What'd you do this weekend?
I went to a fun concert. I didn't know the band, but I actually really like the band, and now I think I'm going to listen to them.
What are they? What's their name?
Mount Joy. They
Yeah, I've
have,
never
I
heard of them.
think,
Me
one
either.
of their popular songs is Astrovan.
Was it an outdoor concert?
Yeah. Well, there's
I
like
love an outdoor.
this new, I guess it's kind of new. It's called like Salt Shed. And so it was completely outdoors. They actually had to like delay one of the days because it rained. But
Oh, is it like a festival?
no, it was like they just had like a 2-day concert, like a Friday, Saturday,
Oh,
and
cool.
they had to push it to Sunday, Monday.
oh, cool. I'm gonna go see Odessa in a few weeks, and I'm so excited.
I am so jealous. That'll
I'm
be
so
so good.
excited. I haven't seen them since like 2019 or 18. I can't wait.
Wow.
Oh, I have
But
no
it's in a like
concerts.
a stadium, not a stadium, but like a amphitheater type thing. It's the same place where I saw the Jonas Brothers. So
An
like,
outdoor one.
yeah, it is outdoor. It's like an RV park actually. But
Huh.
like it's odd to like be in stands for like an EDM concert for some reason. I don't know. It feels
Oh
weird.
yeah. Honestly, I hate any concerts where you're in a seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Like
like
I want to
nobody's trying
be,
to sit.
yeah, especially in like arenas when you're like all the way up really high and you can't even see the stage and it's like you're just kind of dancing and you're like by your seat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
So
know. I
awkward.
have such bad vision too, so like I can never
Yes.
see them.
That's why I
I
hate when like my favorite artists get big and then you have to go
Oh,
like Justin Bieber, you see him at a freaking stadium now. Like that's not fun.
yeah.
that's the worst. I've
I
never
wore
Small
my
seen Justin
glasses
venues.
Bieber.
last night.
You got new glasses?
No, I wore my glasses like in the concert.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I definitely. Oh my God, I can't live without my contacts.
Have you guys ever been in the front row at a concert?
Only like little concerts like Skrillex, Mac Miller. I was for Mac Miller. Oh my
That
God.
is so cool.
But it was little. It was like at a casino. Like it was like one of the ones where you just all
Oh,
stand and you can like push yourself to the front, not like a where the seat is front row.
yeah. I love small venues. This is like a fact about me that I've been in the front row of like so many concerts. Like
I
I
guess that
camp
would make
out.
sense about you.
Yeah, it does.
It checks out.
It's so worth it though. Like everybody needs to do it in their lifetime. Like the front row of an artist that you really love. It's so amazing.
See,
How
that's
did
the
you get
thing.
front row?
Yeah.
I got there like really, really early and waited all day long. Like for LA Golding, I will never not be in the front row. So I get there at like 6 a.m. if I have to and stand in line.
Wow.
That's
For Lady
crazy.
Gaga, I've slept outside on the sidewalk in LA.
No way. Like in
Yeah.
a tent or just like on the sidewalk?
We like made this makeshift tent with like a cardboard box. Like, yeah, just on the sidewalk. No tent.
I would definitely do that for Harry Styles.
Yeah.
1000%.
Wow.
So do you just get like pit tickets then?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Because that's the problem with Harry Styles is like it's so expensive now. Like I seen him once and I saw One Direction, but like now I'm like, I don't want to go if I'm not in the pit. Like,
Yeah,
and then
I
that's like
know.
$3,000.
Yeah. That's what
So then you
happens.
buy the like $3,000 ticket and then you like have to get there super, super early. So
Yeah,
then you're like in the front.
of the front. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
You should do it once though.
I feel like I have to.
I mean, all my tickets were never more than $100,
That's the thing about
but
Harry Styles.
they weren't Harry Styles.
Because people resell them for like so expensive. But oh well.
You got see that's another thing. You have to try to like beat Ticketmaster to get the ticket before it sells
Yeah.
out. But
And
when it's
then
Harry Styles, it's like impossible.
it's impossible. And then there's like a pre-sale thing. Like if you have a certain credit card, then like you get
Yes.
access earlier or something.
Yeah.
Like it's so intense. But I saw One Direction when Five Sauce opened for them. And I just feel like that was the best tour. And I feel blessed that I could experience that time.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Okay, guys. Well, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
And today we are going to be doing a Q&A episode and answering your guys' advice questions that you sent in to us. If you ever have anything to send in to us, you can email us at sogladwerefriends@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Today, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say we'll probably do Q&As regularly, so just send them in whenever.
Yeah. Just send them in anytime you want and we'll pick and sort through them. We are experimenting today and we're going to try to do like our life update and peek and pit at the beginning of the episode and see how we like that, because we just like talking our updates first. Okay, who wants to give their updates first?
Nobody
Okay,
raises
cool.
their
Some
hand.
exciting news. You have an
Okay,
exciting one,
cool.
maybe. The one I'm thinking about is from today for you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's.
Yes.
Yes, that is exciting. I feel like I gave that one already in maybe like
Oh.
our first episode or something that I was working
Oh,
with
yeah.
them. But I mean, it's still a peak. Until I get paid, it'll be my peak. And then after that, it can go away. But yeah, I posted my McDonald's ad today, so that was very exciting. It's doing well, so that's good. And yeah, I guess there's really not any other peaks currently. My pit, we were talking about, we sent a video to each other, Jenna Palick. Do you say her last name Palick?
Yeah, I think so.
Palick? I'm not sure if it's the video that you sent, but the one where she was talking, cleaning her house. Did you send that one or see it?
No, but I did see that one.
This TikToker, Jenna Palick, she like posted a video talking about just being so overwhelmed with like everything in life, and like then her house is dirty and then she feels like she can't accomplish other things like when her household things are slacking. And it just like hit me because I've just been feeling that way lately, just very unorganized, and like there's just so much going on and I feel like I cannot do it all at once whatsoever.
Mhm.
And it's just very like it's just in my mind not flowing whatsoever. And I've just been like behind on turning in advertisements, that I've been behind on just like doing things for work that I like need to do, and I haven't been able to like just organize well, I feel like. And it's
Sounds
making
like
me a
you
little
need to
crazy.
like take some time off and just clean and organize. Like you kind of sound like how I started to feel when I was getting burnt out.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not like I feel burnt out really. It's more just like there's just so many things always, and it feels like I can never do them all. And I'm trying to hire someone, so once I do that, it'll be better, I think. But it's just like hiring someone is on the list of things to do. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I just think that you're never not going to feel that way, you know? Owning a business and being on social media is just always feeling like there's always stuff you need to be doing.
that's true. I don't like that though. You're just
That's
gonna
definitely like,
perpetually feel bad.
I think that in like my sales job, there's like always something to do. Like, and it's a very different task from like being in school or like other jobs where you like complete a project and you like tick it off the box. Like there's like always something more. So you have to like figure out a way to like separate out time and like just see it as a ongoing progression versus like this task is complete and now I'm like ready to do the next thing. Cause like
Yeah.
there's like
It's
so many different
so,
aspects that you can always be doing.
yeah, and then it's so hard because then like it's like, what is even being productive, you know? Like it's like the only way is comparing yourself to other people, kind of, or at least in my head that's like how it has to be, because it's like how many things do you need to get done a day to be accomplished, or like what is the average amount of work that a content creator is doing in a week, or like things like that, you know? Like you just don't really know.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I'm working like so much, it feels like I'm not working, or I still feel like I'm not being productive, even though I have been doing things. But then sometimes at the end of the day, I'm like, what did I even do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have to figure out what makes you feel accomplished.
Yeah.
The other thing that's tough too with social media is that everything's like very intertwined. So it's like you
Yeah.
want to go like answer DMs and then like you get distracted by like finding trends or like posting on it. Like you get a good idea. So you like post a story or something and you're like, okay, wait, I have to go back to like only answering DMs or like
That is so
comments
true.
or something like that. That always
That's so
like, trips me
true.
up.
And ADHD just makes that
Yeah.
worse.
So much worse. Like I even like open up the app sometimes and I'm like, I am going in here to specifically answer this person because I knew that like, you know, I saw it earlier and then I get sidetracked like doing something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's hard to think that that was being productive even. Like anytime I'm in one of my apps, I feel like it's not productive. Even if I'm responding to messages or like posting something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried like doing it on your computer? That's like something that I think I'm going to start trying is like doing a lot more comments and DMs and stuff on my computer versus.
That
I
is
have.
smart.
I'm not as fast doing that. And then also I like to send voice messages.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
my
it's so
problem.
much faster.
JC actually just posted this like a thing on her YouTube. She got a different phone.
Oh yeah, she's
And I was like, that is so
Oh.
genius.
I thought she's had 2 phones.
I
got
I don't
two
know one. She probably has
phones.
had it, but the video I saw, she was like pointing it out and I was like, that is a good idea.
Wait, so she doesn't have any social media on her normal phone? What? Like how would that work?
She doesn't have it. I don't know exactly how she splits it up. I think she said she doesn't want Instagram on her like personal phone, but like I think she still uses TikTok on her like personal, but like Instagram she has on her work phone. But like for me, I feel like I would probably put everything on like the work phone and then like my personal phone would just be like my phone. Maybe like emails or something.
Yeah, that's smart. Not trying to buy another phone though.
No.
I know.
I know, like $1,000. It's just like insane.
Yeah, no.
That's kind of like why I got an iPad because I was like, I feel guilty just holding my phone, even editing. So I was like, oh, I'll just edit stuff on my iPad. But I
Yeah.
still don't do that as much.
Yeah, like even if I'm like on my phone and I know I'm doing things, but like even if like Cameron just comes home or something, or like when he used to work from home, like I felt like he's being so productive and stuff. And I felt like if he's walking in and I'm on my phone, like it makes me feel insecure. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I swear I'm not just like doing nothing right now. Like I swear I'm
Yeah.
doing something. It's so weird.
Totally.
Okay, Devin.
Well, like to piggyback off of that, I started organizing my house, like cleaning shit out. I got new drawers for my closet, and then I started cleaning out the like filing cabinet in my office. I don't know if that's a
Ooh.
peak or a pit, but like I started feeling like I got angry with myself because everything, I want everything to have a spot, like a place. But the
Mhm.
reason that it doesn't at this point is because organization is so expensive to buy. So I'm like slowly buying more things, but
Did you go to the Container Store or where'd you get stuff?
the Container Store is a great place to get ideas. I did get drawers from the Container Store, but everything is so expensive there. So I always kind of look on Amazon first because it's cheaper.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, the
Even
Container
some
Store
of
is
the
amazing.
Amazon stuff though, like for acrylic bins, it's like $30 for like one bin.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. I guess that could be my pit because my peak is that I am going to San Diego with my mom and sister and our 2 dogs for my birthday, actually.
Oh my
Yay!
god, that's so
In
exciting.
a month from now. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're gonna stay downtown, which we
Ooh.
usually always stay at the beach, but we're gonna stay with Stay Pineapple. So I'm
I
gonna be
love
working
Stay
with them.
Pineapple.
Yeah, I've never stayed there before, but it's like right in a really good area downtown. So there's a bunch of restaurants and coffee shops, and I'm excited.
Downtown San Diego's like so fun.
Yeah, I have rarely spent any time there.
You got to go to Buca di Beppo for some Italian.
Oh, they have that everywhere.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, lame. I thought like my family goes like when we're in San Diego, it's like a San Diego thing.
Yeah. They have one here. but I do
Oh,
love
what?
De Beppo. Yeah,
I didn't know there was one in Phoenix.
their food is so good.
It is good.
I
Dang,
need
I
to
was
go back to San Diego. I like used to go pretty frequently, and I haven't been in a while. Like probably like 8 or 9 years now.
Oh, whoa. I miss it so much too. I haven't been
I love
in like
it.
4 years. When we were at Seaside, Oregon this weekend, it made me miss Mission Beach so much.
Yeah, it is kind of like Mission Beach.
Yeah, it is.
Your
Except
trip
I do
looks
like,
so good.
oh, it was so fun and so nice and just like relaxing. And like it was nice not having it not be a hotel collab because like the last several times we've been on vacation, like I felt like I gotta document this and I gotta document that and like make sure I'm like taking videos and pictures for them. But it felt nice to just like chill and not have that.
Yeah, that is nice.
It is like a different side of like content creation. You're like, oh, this is nice that you like get a free stay or like, you get like paid for it.
Mhm.
But then like it is tough to just like always be on because you like have to be posting stories. You have to like be coming up with the different ideas of like how you're gonna shoot the hotel.
Yeah, it's so, and I do always tell hotels that I don't post it until we get back. Because
Yeah.
also I don't like people knowing like where we're staying exactly in the moment at the time. But
True.
that also helps with like not feeling the need to post while I'm there. But yeah, still it was nice. Okay, Britt.
Well, if you listened to last week's episode, I think I said this already, but like I officially put in my notice today with work, which is like truly a peak in a pit in itself because it's like so exciting, but it was so freaking hard. The minute it started coming out of my mouth, I just like had tears like streaming down my face, like, and I think I cried the entire meeting because it's just like so I maybe just like knowing myself, I should have known that I was probably gonna be like emotional like in that moment, like sharing that. But what made it like harder was last week I went on like a work trip with everyone and I like saw people that I like started working with like 6 years ago. And I like am so overwhelmed with like gratitude like for everything that I learned and like experienced and the people I met. And I'm really happy we did that trip, but like it kind of made it harder to like say like, hey, like I'm now leaving. And it's been like it was like 6 years with the company. And so it's like just such a bittersweet thing. But like I'm also so excited to like fully dive into my business because I feel like you guys are seeing like there's so many different things to do and it's like you're so overwhelmed with like all the possibilities. Like I feel like part of my brain, like I don't like doing something half-assed. And I feel like I haven't been able to like give 100% to my business. And I haven't been able to give 100% to like my company. And so it's like now I can fully give 100% to my business and go like all in. And I think like just opening up that brain space, it's like gonna be so much better for me overall.
Yeah. Well, one is crazy, like how much you are accomplishing not putting in 100%. Like it's just I can only imagine all the things that you're gonna do. Like it's just gonna be insane.
Yeah.
When you put in your notice, like how many people were in the meeting and stuff? Was it over Zoom?
It was just me and my boss, over Zoom.
Okay. That's so
it was
intense.
like it was like supposed to be a call about my career with the company. Like
oh my
next.
god.
So I was like,
How did you start?
We like, just did like the nice, like, how was your weekend talk? And then I just like came out and said it. Cause I was like, we don't need to like get into this. And it's like, I'm putting in my notice.
It's nice that you already had a meeting scheduled.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I had to be like, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
And that was the scariest thing, like sending that Slack message. I was so scared.
Oh my
gosh. I am very happy that we had that meeting scheduled. Because yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, how am I gonna put like a random meeting on your calendar at 2 p.m. like
Ugh, yeah.
because normally if like because we're not on Slack or anything, like I would have had to just like call him on the phone and like tell him like, hey, I'm giving my like, and I have no idea what he's doing. You know what I mean? So at least he had
Yeah.
like time.
Yeah.
Wait, Britt, can you put your mic up a little bit so you're like talking more on the side than the front? I want to see if
Yeah.
it sounds less echoey.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Am I that okay? As a pause at whatever time this is.
Yeah.
Am I like even is this even in my AirPods?
I think so. It sounds better now.
I don't like let me think.
Wait, can
Let
you
me
hear
just-
yourself in your AirPods? Or hear us in your AirPods?
I don't think so. Let me just like
I think if you click where the microphone is and click the little up arrow, you select the speaker. So like mine says
Yeah.
external headphones.
oh my god.
So
you
if yours
guys.
says that,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Is it way better?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so much
Fuck.
clearer.
I was
That's
like
okay.
thinking this.
The
I like didn't
microphone
want to like
helped you, though.
interrupt, but then I was like, fuck, I really don't think I think this is my speaker on my computer.
You sound so good now.
That's what I was thinking too. I almost interrupted you, but I was like, I don't want to interrupt you. Like,
I should have just interrupted.
That's crazy. How much
That's
how
okay.
Because I
clear
just
you
like
sound.
looked on
We'll
That's
tell your
okay.
story all over again. Just kidding. It's
We're good.
fine.
Let's just continue.
okay. We'll just
Wait.
have like
The other episodes have been like that.
Britt just
Yeah.
finally figured out how to fix her mic, you guys. So if she sounds much better, that's why. So she's
We're
gonna
learning
tell her
audio,
story again.
people. We're new
Yeah.
to podcasting.
We're
Audio
new.
is difficult.
yeah. I feel like we also, because we have been listening to podcasts for however long, we like know what good sounds like. And
Mhm.
so
That's so true.
it's even like hard. We're probably like way harder on ourselves because we are looking for like the stellar, like Sirius XM, like dear
That is
media.
Well,
very true.
it's so weird
Quality.
because like we are all individually harder on ourselves too. Because I'm always like, oh my God, my mic sounds so bad. And I always think Maggie sounds the best, and Maggie thinks
No,
she
Devin,
sounds the
yours
worst.
is the best. Like
That is well,
100%.
my cousin.
Mine is
shout out-
trash.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
Brits was trash. Shout out to my cousin Paige, who I asked how our audio sounds, and she confirmed that Maggie sounds the best and Brittany sounds the worst. So
Yeah. Thank you, Devin's cousin, for confirming mine is trash.
Well,
We need to
also, I'm
figure it
just like, I'm a huge mumbler. It's like a very much a problem. So I'm trying to like pronunciate. I think that's
Enunciate.
what I don't like.
Pronunciate.
Enunciate. Is that right? It's not
Enunciate.
Enunciate.
Dang, what the heck? Okay, I'm trying to enunciate.
Yes.
Okay.
Glue your lips to the mic and stay.
What was what else were you just saying? Where did we leave off? Your boss. Oh, what was the reaction immediately? Are they like fully aware like of what you're doing and that you've been like making good money
No.
at all?
Some people are, but not a lot of people.
Is your boss?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
My boss is like new to me. So I also was like made it very clear to him. I was like, this is nothing to do with you. Like, you are phenomenal. Like, my boss truly is like an amazing person. Like, and I felt bad because of course, like if you're a new boss, you probably like take it personally. But yeah, he was like pretty shocked.
Wow. So did you tell him it's because like you have a business?
I did say I like am starting my own marketing agency.
Wow, that's
And
so
you don't wanna
exciting.
explain influencing to him.
Well, I mean, I feel like the way I've been describing, like, because I think it's hard to describe like my business because it's like
you do so many different things.
yeah, and I truly have like 3 pillars of my business. So like everything is like umbrellaed under like my agency.
Now you have 4 different things because of podcast.
Yeah. So I got the revenue streams down. I like didn't really care to explain it to him like in depth of like
You don't need to know.
No. And like if he wants to learn more about it, then he can
follow
the podcast, follow my journey.
Well,
it's also kind of funny too
because sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like created a separate LinkedIn that's like not connected to my like company LinkedIn, like the one that I have my company on. So I don't even know if I'm like gonna technically update my like other like LinkedIn, which is like most people are gonna be like, oh, where did she go, and like not see where I go.
But that's what I did too.
You just made a new one?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my old one. Like, can you delete them? Because I feel like I need to
people wouldn't brands want to see like graphic design experience. I feel like that's a plus.
Well, when I started it, I was still working for my advertising agency, so I didn't want to like add influencer stuff into it.
So is that's simultaneously your peak and your pit?
Yeah, I feel like that really takes both of them.
Do you feel like you'll still keep in contact with like the coworkers that you like?
Yeah, I have a lot of like mentors and colleagues that will be like probably lifelong friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to like make calls to like all of my mentors and like just let them know. As to like kind of keep the relationship, not burn a bridge. Because I feel like if I was like, connected with somebody and like I left and like, didn't tell them and like found out through somebody else, it would feel kind of shitty. So I don't know. But I don't know if I can do it after doing that today. I was like, oh, it'll be fine to call my mentors. It's fine. And now I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'd like have this conversation numerous times.
Do you feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders now?
A huge weight.
I
feel so much better. It's been like weighing on me for like a month. Like I think I told you guys, like this last month I've just been a disaster.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Please don't be mad at me, but I have to pee.
Again?
I drink a whole iced coffee.
Run.
I won't wash my hands, I promise. Did you stop recording?
She did.
Why?
And I didn't know. I really didn't think that you were going to be that fast.
Oh my God. I said I was going to be quick.
I know, but like my quick would have been like still longer.
Me too.
It's like literally like right here. Like I thought you'd be able to hear the toilet
impressive.
flush.
Speedy pee.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, are we all caught up on our lives?
Yes, we're all caught up.
Should we get into the questions?
Yes, we have some good questions.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah, you guys sent some good ones. Okay, let's start with a warming up one.
Okay.
Before we get into the deep
What do you think happens when you die?
What is your political association?
And why?
Just diving right in.
No. Okay, we'll start with what is something that you wish you spent less money on? Mine is DoorDash.
Oh my God. I think I'm on the same thing. Any sort of like ordering out.
Yeah.
Seriously, because food, like, it's so great right when you start eating it, but then you hate it after. Like you get full, you feel like crap.
I don't hate it after.
Oh, well.
I just
overindulge, I guess.
I just hate the fact that you spend like $50 to $60 or something. And like you could have bought, I always think about it in terms of like groceries, especially now, like my grocery bill used to be like 50, 60 every week. It's like no less than 90.
Oh, me too.
90? Oh my God. Ours is like, we probably spend like 150 on groceries a week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't spend anything less than 90. Like it's normally like over like 125 is pretty typical, but like I used to be able to
use Instacart?
Yeah.
No.
I need to stop that.
Do
I
they
love
charge you
it.
like delivery, like extra fees?
We pay the membership, so
Oh,
we don't
okay.
have to pay the fee, but it's so worth it in my opinion because like we spend like if we go to the grocery store, I'm picking up random things, like anything I see,
Mhm.
I'm like, "Ooh, this sounds good," and then I'll end up getting it, and I spend way more money. I'm not keeping track of like how much it's adding up to or anything, but like on Instacart, like we plan out our meals, get the exact ingredients, like then you can go through the cart if it's too expensive and take out the things that aren't really that important. So it
I
helps.
I
do
wish I
that.
used it that way. I do not. I'm like, oh, I need something. And then I'm like, oh, I need to hit the $32 minimum. So what else can I add to the cart?
Oh yeah.
That's me with DoorDash. One time I ordered Jersey Mike's. I think it's Jersey Mike's. And like they have a spending limit and I have to get 4 bags of chips with my sandwich for them to be able to
Oh
deliver it.
Jesus.
And I do it every time.
You should just get 2 sandwiches and you could save one for tomorrow.
That's a good idea. I have a weird thing with food though where I don't really like leftovers.
Mm.
I only
Well,
like very specific leftovers.
I order
Same.
my groceries on Safeway online and then I just drive up and they put it in my trunk and it's free.
See, I don't like that social interaction. Like, I feel like that would be very uncomfortable. Like, do you
Oh.
speak to the person?
They just usually say hi and then tell me if they were out of stock on anything. It's fine.
Like, it would be weird for me to just open the car and like not get out and like help
It is
them
a
and
little
stuff.
awkward.
Like, I was so weird about that. Be
Yeah.
like, do you need help?
I feel that.
I don't like necessarily accepting my groceries. So for Instacart, I'm like, you can just leave them outside. And then like
Oh,
I
same.
text Joe to go downstairs and get them.
Oh my God. I get so mad when they end up knocking when I say to just leave something at the door.
Or they call you like while you're in the middle of something and you're like, could you just not do that?
Oh my gosh. And our house is like so hard to find. And for some reason, the DoorDash thing, it sends them to our neighbor's house all the time.
Oh my
And
God.
oh my
Oh
gosh. So
no.
just almost every single time we order DoorDash, I have to talk to them on the phone. And I'm horrible with directions. And it's just like the worst. One time there was this guy that only spoke Spanish. And like I don't speak Spanish. I took Spanish like in elementary school, middle school, like all my whole life, but I
Mhm.
don't speak it very well. But I was trying. Like I was out in the street barefoot, like trying to talk to this guy. It was literally like 25 minutes of me trying to talk to him. And then eventually I just gave up. I was like, you can have the food. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't
Well,
the
yeah,
best.
that sounds like a waste of money there.
I think I got the money back.
Okay, good.
I told DoorDash I did not receive this.
DoorDash is pretty good about it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I have a goal to like not spend as much money. I had
Same.
a really bad like Nobu kick and I was ordering way too much from them.
I've never been to Nobu, but my best friend went for her birthday this year, and I was like shook at how much money they spent.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's disgusting how much money I have spent ordering Nobu.
Like I heard it was expensive, but I didn't realize how expensive.
All right.
It's delicious though. Okay. Advice on gift giving from men in your life. My boyfriend's love language is gift giving, and he always brings me home flowers and buys me the most thoughtful gifts.
Wait. You're talking in the top again.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a bitch.
I need it. Okay, just a pause. I feel this is so much better, right?
Yes.
Shall I start the question?
Yes.
Yes.
So sorry. I will not interrupt again.
No, you're totally fine. It's better this way. Advice on gift giving from men in your life. My boyfriend's love language is gift giving, and he always brings home flowers and buys me the most thoughtful gifts. I never know what to get him to reciprocate. This one's a good one.
That is a great question.
I feel like you need to start paying attention to what your boyfriend enjoys.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just like his favorite drink from the grocery store, like when you're out, just things that make you think of him.
That's like perfect. Especially because it's like, you know, like for example, Joe likes Diet Coke. So like if I can like,
yeah.
or like the little like Zevia drinks, you know? So
Mhm.
if I'm at the grocery store and I like put that in the cart, like that's just like an extra little like thoughtful thing.
Bigger gifts
And
though, I have no idea. Like I never know what to buy my dad for Father's Day and Christmas and all that shit. So
Dads are dads are the worst, honestly, with gift giving. My dad wants polos every year and shorts.
that's so funny. At least he tells you. This is the same thing with like my advice for like boyfriends and dads is like the same thing actually. Like just paying attention to like what they say in conversation, whether it's like they're going on a trip or like they're really interested in like a new activity or like they've talked about wanting something but like that they haven't bought it yet for themselves. So like I actually have like a running list in my phone that's like Joe mentioned this or that.
that's
So do I.
That's
It's
good
like
girlfriend things.
but it's like so easy because like then when the time comes for me to like buy him a gift, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I go like to my list. But like for example, my dad just told me like he took like a few cooking classes recently. And so like for his birthday, I just bought him more cooking classes because like he really enjoyed them.
Ew.
Awesome. Or you could buy
So
like cooking tools. Like my dad loves the
yes.
Cardinals, so I always like try to find something. He like my best gift I got him was a Cardinals like ice chest because he
Yeah,
tailgates at the Cardinals games every weekend. So I'm like, okay, perfect.
that
I
is
don't have
good.
any other ideas now, but it worked
No, I
that one
think that's
time.
good. Like just paying attention and just being a good listener to what they talk about for sure. And then also if you think like if your love language isn't gift giving, think of what your love language is and then maybe you can make a gift around that. Like if you're really good at giving words of affirmation, you can write them cute letters or notes or like make a scrapbook if you like doing that, things like that where they're still gifts, but you can use what's easier for you to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's
sentimental
cute.
gifts the
Me
most.
too.
yeah. I keep like everything.
Oh my
Oh my
God,
God.
same.
Do you guys keep all of your birthday cards and stuff? Me
Yeah.
Every
too.
single one.
Joe is like, when we were moving all of our stuff, he's like, what the fuck is all of it? I have like 3 huge boxes called Brit's Memories.
Aw.
Like,
Controversial. Do you keep things from ex-boyfriends?
I did actually have some things, and I was like, oh God, I need to throw these out.
I keep them also.
I'm fine with getting rid of them though. I don't need them.
Yeah, I need to get better at like getting rid of stuff because I don't like having stuff. Like it makes me overwhelmed.
I love the nostalgic things. Like I could sit for hours and just go through all of them. Like I have letters that my friends wrote me in middle school. Like
Yeah.
and it's like things from exes. Like yeah, I could get like rid of. I don't have a lot. I'm just thinking of like maybe a few like letters or things
Yeah.
from like
Here's a
high
good
school.
question on that note of like nostalgia. I've like thought about to like consolidate like those 3 massive boxes of memories, like taking pictures or like scanning them and like putting them in like a book to flip through because
That's
honestly,
cute.
like it's hard for me to like go like I don't go through those boxes really regularly, but like it would
Mhm.
be kind of cool to flip through the like a book of them like
That's
whenever
a
I
great
want.
idea.
But I was just thinking like you're talking about letters, like is there something kind of nostalgic about like holding the letter, you
That's
know?
what I like. Like with cards too. I'm thinking of like a
Yeah.
scanned card is like not necessarily the same as like the actual
Yeah,
card.
totally.
Voicemails. Do you keep voicemails? I keep all my voicemails. I have
Yeah.
109 voicemails right now.
Yeah, like I have a voicemail from my nanny who passed away a few years ago and
Oh,
I don't want to delete that. And so like I'll
yeah.
keep voicemails. I think only my dad leaves me voicemails at this point, but like I don't want to delete
Same.
them just because one day like am I going to
Yeah.
want to listen to it, you know?
Exactly. I can't delete anything.
Everybody, I have all of your guys' voice notes saved.
You
So
guys know that you can like automatically have them
I did
download.
that. Yeah.
It's a
Shoot, that's
game
probably why
changer.
my phone's running out of storage.
I know. We have like how many hours of voice notes do we have for each other?
Probably so many.
Too many. Okay, ready for the next cue?
Yes.
Ready.
Cue is in question. Okay. Is it normal to not fight in a relationship? This person said she gets called a liar about this. But like is it I want to say, is it healthy to not
Is it
fight?
healthy to not fight? My thoughts about when I first saw this question, I thought like, I think people maybe have different definitions of fighting because
I
like
agree.
if I say that me and Cam get in fights all the time and he's like, we're not fighting. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, I mean, not like aggression and stuff.
no, but like like just like
What-
having an
is it a
argument or a
disagreement?
discussion or disagreement
Yeah.
versus like a fight. Like I think it's normal to have disagreements, but like maybe it's not necessarily normal to have like intense fights all the time.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's normal to never feel like annoyed by your partner.
Oh,
And if you're feeling annoyed by them, which is normal, I think, I feel like you need to voice that concern. Otherwise, it's going to get
Yeah.
unhealthy. It's going to bubble up. You're going to start being a passive aggressive asshole.
But you can't just tell them they're annoying. That usually doesn't work.
I feel like if the only people that can like technically like in the definition of not fighting as in like not even if they don't even count disagreements really, like you are just both like very like emotionally aware, self-aware, like, and you have like a really healthy communication style. But I feel like 90% of people, like we are just like, we grow up in a world where like most people don't communicate healthily and like normally.
I can't imagine that would exist where there's two people that are just so happy with each other that they never have a disagreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're fighting a lot, like in the beginning of a relationship, that's probably a red flag. I don't know. It's just like very situational, I think. But
you're
it
either
normal
just
to
very
not fight?
passive or you're very good communicators, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Communication.
I don't know if it's normal, but I think it's normal to get
Yeah.
annoyed or have disagreements for sure.
I guess that's a good thing. If you like look at the normal piece of it, like it's probably it's not abnormal in a negative way, but it's probably unique that you don't really fight.
Yes.
That's, I feel like, a better thing. Like it's unique. Like most people probably don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your favorite organizational apps or project management tools regarding content calendars or staying organized with like brand deals and all social media stuff?
I love ClickUp.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
I also love Notion too. I feel like Notion is like a very simple user interface and like it's easy to like navigate. But I love ClickUp for like the automation and like reminders and
before we
the
started
detail.
recording this, we were talking about setting up like a ClickUp for the podcast of all the things that need to get done, because it's just like it makes it so easy to stay organized and you can really customize it exactly how you want it. So I feel like that makes it easier.
I love that Notion
use-
is free.
Yes.
Oh, is it free?
It is totally free.
That's the nice part.
And it's so customizable, but the thing about Notion is you have to have the patience to like create your perfect organization. Like you could create an infinite amount of boards and workflows, but you have to have the patience to do it, which I do lack in that department a bit.
That's how ClickUp is too. So are there like ads or something? How is it free?
I don't think there are ads.
You can only I think the part that you start paying for Notion is when you like build a team. So I think that a lot of people like, I think probably one of the things that they probably do for Notion is like they anticipate teams using it. So you have to like buy it.
Got you.
You know, like people are going to grow and be successful. And so they're like, you're going to pay for this eventually.
And they're like $1 billion company. I don't know how.
And I don't use a content calendar or plan out my content really. There was a time in my life where I really tried doing that and was very planned and had it all in a calendar and everything prepared in advance. But now I don't really do that. I'm usually like just do it in my head and post when I want to. And that's been better for me. But I think it just depends on the type of person you are.
Yeah, I'll like write a list of ideas on a piece of paper, or like in my iPad. But
Mhm.
I'm not strict to a posting schedule or a working schedule because that just doesn't work for my brain and my energy levels.
Yeah.
That's a really good point because I think that like even I don't know, like 6 months ago, I really thought that like something was wrong with me because I didn't have like a perfect content creation calendar and like process. And I feel like the more people are like trying to confine to something that like doesn't work, or like, there's a lot of like social media gurus who are like, batch your content, do all this stuff.
Mhm.
And you're like, I can't do that. It doesn't
Yep.
work for me. I don't like that. So like people shouldn't feel like wrong for not being able to
No.
like adhere to those sort of things that other people are recommending. Like try it out, see if you like it. But
I feel
don't
like
feel like you
really
have
the
to fit to
only
it.
way you can do that is like if you're doing videos where you're just like standing there and like pointing at text and thing like easy trends like that where it's just like one clip. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's
Yeah,
just
to
creatively.
batch content, yeah, because our content is too like
It's too
invasive or something.
there's
Like
too much
it's
editing. There's too much.
yeah, and too much shooting. Like I could not just shoot 30 videos in a day. I actually just did a YouTube video of me trying to shoot like as many videos as I could before I ran out of energy, and I think I shot like 5.
Wow, that's
And
actually a great idea for a video. And you made a
I didn't
video out
market
of
it that
making
way,
videos.
but yeah. Yeah, I also vlogged, but
Yeah. Cause then I also get like bogged down when I like do too many videos and then like I don't want to do anything for like a week.
mhm.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to like, and when I'm on a roll and I have a bunch of ideas and stuff and I'm like ready, like I'll fire them off. Cause a lot of like my ones for like working dog mama are like I'm just talking to the camera. So like if I
Mhm.
have those ideas or like those moments, like I'll just like do it and then like I'll edit them later. But
yeah. We
oftentimes
talk a
it comes in
lot
waves.
about like our period cycles and stuff. And I
Mhm.
feel like when I'm ovulating and around this time, like I am recording the most. And then like on my period or before then, I'm like editing all the things I recorded. And then like it's just a cycle of that kind of. But I feel like Devin, you're very good at, I guess that's just the TikTok of it all, but you're very good at like you say that you don't when you don't feel bad that you still don't make videos, but I feel like you do. Like you're very consistent about like I really only have like a week or two of the month where I feel like recording my days.
But do you notice, like, can you tell from watching my TikToks the days that I have more energy versus the days that I don't?
Kind of, but just because like I know you, and then the days where you don't have as much energy, it's not like it's like bad or anything. It's still
Yeah.
great.
I feel like the days where you don't record as much, they're like more of you doing something versus you on camera.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the ones where you are like storytelling and everything are like the ones where you're more energy.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So what were those? ClickUp, Notion,
You use a
iPad.
planner if you want. There's a lot of content planner apps. Like just look up planner. There's planner preview. There's like a lot of different ones you could use
I
if
feel
you
like
would like to do that.
the one thing that also made a big difference for me is like hosting everything in like one condensed space. So like I used to have a bunch more apps, but like I think now like ClickUp houses everything for me and like Notion can house like everything.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, you can do a
Yeah.
content calendar within Notion or ClickUp also, or
A lot of people
Canva.
use Google Calendar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I literally have to pee again, guys, but I'm not going to.
Do you have a UTI?
No, this is just me. I think it might be like if I'm have more energy or like if I'm doing something or thinking about it, then it's like if I think like I can't pee in the next hour, then I have to pee 7 times.
Hmm.
You know what's funny is I do this before bed. I think I pee like no less than 5 times
No,
before
that's what I
bed
do
every
before
night.
bed too. I do
Every
the
night.
same thing because
My
it's like,
sister does
oh my
that.
God, I do the same thing.
My sister
Joe's
does that
like,
and she
you
has
just
OCD.
won.
Okay, I think I have OCD too. I think I do. So a
Go
topic
pee,
for another
Maggie.
day.
Go pee.
No, it's okay. I'll wait one more.
Okay, Britt,
Don't
what's
stop
your
recording if I
question?
go.
Okay. This is relevant. Just quit my full-time job to pursue social media and my small business full-time. Do you have any recommendations for someone just starting out?
Great question.
Be very organized, very structured, no days off, no sleep, bus.
Another club.
Another
club. I feel like I was gonna say when you're planning or you have goals like financially, like if you want to make a certain amount that year or per month or something, I feel like what I'm just starting to do now and I wish I would have been better at when I began is like say I want to make 50,000 or something, or like I want to make 5,000 a month. To like track what I need to do that month to make the $5,000, like whether I need to get 10 more members to join my membership, whether I need to sell this many presets, whether I need to get 3 brand deals, whatever it may be, like to kind of have a plan of what you need to accomplish to like get to the goal of what you want to make financially, because otherwise, at least in my brain, everything's just jumbled up and it can be confusing on what to focus on, what's bringing you in the most money, all that stuff.
Yeah. With that too, making sure you're like tracking that a lot, like not a lot, but just like checking in with it. Cause I know like with brand deals, and this is a thing too, we've all talked about this. I track brand deals like in my worksheet I track when I'm getting paid. So like I might have contracted like $50,000 one month, but like I'm not getting paid $50,000 in August. Like it's going from like August, September, October.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's
like
also
knowing, okay, October, this is how much money I'm going to make and what
and
the
that's
other things that you
hard
can
to
do.
do. Like I'm very bad at that still because it's hard to know, because sometimes you get paid quickly and then sometimes it takes a long time and it's hard
90
to
days.
plan everything out.
I have in ClickUp, I have an invoice date. So like, or invoice due date. So like, say the post goes live on like August 30th, then I know that I'm an invoice on August 30th, and then invoice due date is September 30th. So like
so you
that's
put that in like the notes so then you know when you should be getting paid, or like
I have it as a like in the task thing, you can like have like fields, I think it's called.
yeah.
I have it as a field so that like if I can create a table with it like all listed out. And so I have a table that's like, okay, here's what you're getting and like here's the amount that you're getting.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That's smart. Because I had an Excel spreadsheet and I just wasn't keeping track of it properly. I added too many tabs of like, I wanted to keep track of like when the first email was, like how long the negotiating process was and all of that to kind of see. And then I just never kept track of it and it's disorganized.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
That's been helping me a lot. And I also like, I think me like managing people, like obviously there's stuff that like I can let slip through the cracks, but I can't like let it slip through the cracks with my clients. And so
Treat
that's been a
yourself
big
like
thing.
a client.
Yes.
That's a good
That's
one.
good.
Because I never did.
Yeah. The other
Wow, that's amazing.
Profound.
the other big thing too is take breaks and schedule in breaks and like
yes,
like don't like
you taught me
just
that.
because you can work like 8 hours a day doesn't mean you should.
Breaks
Yes.
are productive. My biggest
Yeah.
piece of advice is to not put too much pressure on yourself, because that's what I do. It's like an impossible piece of advice, but like even this is for you too, Britt. Like you think that quitting your full-time job, now you're going to have all the time in the world to do everything that you've been missing, like you haven't had the time to do, but that's not really how it works out. You
Yeah.
still don't have enough time, and just like, yeah, making sure that you are seeing a break as a productive thing that you're doing, and just like not putting too much pressure on yourself to be working towards your goal 24/7, because you'll get burnt out and depressed and you'll hate your job.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
The other really big thing too that like I've been trying to practice more and more recently is like having goals, declaring your goals, but also releasing the attachment to the outcome and like the pressure of the outcome. And it's really hard to like hold that like that space for like both of them, because you're like, oh, like how am I supposed to like, I want $10,000 months, but like, you know, like how do I release it if I don't get there? But like you learn, so like say you hit like 8,500, like that's still a massive accomplishment.
Totally.
And you still probably learned something, you still probably grew in that moment,
and you still did the work.
Yeah, you can't make it mean something bad if you didn't hit your $10,000 goal. But that's where it's like you detach from the outcome. So you like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna hit 10,000, but then you're also like, if I don't, it doesn't mean shit about me. Like I'm still a fucking awesome person. And
that's hard. That's very hard.
It's really hard, but it's so like, I think it's really freeing.
Yeah, I need to practice that for sure, because I feel like when I like the first few months of this year, I didn't hit the goal that I wanted to financially, but then for the quarter I hit the goal. So even though the monthlies I didn't, like I ended up hitting it quarterly, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So you can also tell yourself, like, if you don't hit a goal, like even if you didn't hit quarterly, you can still say, I'm still going to hit my yearly goal or whatever, or the next quarter I'll hit it. So you can give yourself, like, at least that's what I try to tell myself.
I like a real world example of this, of like the whole releasing control and like releasing like the outcome, is like I just released not just released, but like I'm like launching Brand Deal Boss right now. And I had like a goal for like how many people I want. Obviously I'm quitting my job. So I'm like, okay, like I was putting unnecessary pressure on. So I was fine selling like the price at $9.97, but then I raised it to $11.97. And like I was holding so much like pressure on myself to like sell the same frequency, and I wasn't really selling it at $11.97. And I was like, because I think there was so much pressure on myself. And then I like journaled more through it and like talked through it more, and I just like release that control, like release that like pressure to like sell X number of spots at $11.97. And then the order started coming in, and like people started signing up more. And
That's
I was
so
like,
crazy how that happens.
It was
so annoying.
It's actually so crazy, because I was putting so much pressure on myself. I was like, I have to hit, you know, this number. And because I didn't see the number I was like hitting, I was like making it mean something about me. And then I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't need it. It's fine.
That's such good advice.
Yeah.
Oh, my hardest thing with manifesting is that like I don't believe it.
I think same. This girl,
like, in the back of my mind.
Yeah, the Scrubbing In podcast is one of my favorite podcasts. Tanya Rad, she got it from another girl, but it's like you get a ring or a piece of jewelry of some sort and engrave your manifestation onto it, and like don't even show anybody. But the girl who first did it, she wrote like New York Times bestseller. She got that like engraved on the inside of her ring. So then it was just like every day she thought about it and whatever, and it wasn't broadcasted to everybody, but it was like always to her. I thought that was cute.
That is cute.
I don't know what I would put on mine.
I feel like
I know
with manifestations, obviously you see so many things, like even what I just shared might be like too fucking crazy, you know? You're like, okay, what do you mean? Like, how does that actually happen, or how does that work? But like, you can really just like, you have to think smaller, and you have to start believing in yourself in like smaller quantities. Like even just like, I don't know, just like something very, very small. Like don't make it something crazy, and then you can like build that up for yourself. But if you try and go like, oh, I'm gonna like have $100,000 month next month, like
yeah, obviously no matter how much you believe that, you have to be doing something for that to happen.
That reminds me of my friend Lauren. She works for Instagram, and she just went to like this Instagram event thing where they had a bunch of creators there and stuff, and she sent me like a picture of some of the advice that they gave. And one of the things that stuck out to me, I was like, oh my gosh, it was like never be the one to say no to yourself. And I was like, oh my gosh, because like there's so many things that I do where I don't even let myself do it, or I don't like accomplish it because I'm the one saying no to myself. And that's so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
You like basically are like, no, you can't do that before it even starts. That's crazy. That's a good one.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I was like, oh my god.
All right, we're gonna bring on the tea for this question.
Oh, I don't
What
even know which
makes-
question. Oh, drum roll.
What makes you cringe that other brands or creators do on social media / are there dog influencers you can't stand?
I don't
have, like, a
even
whole
really-
laundry list.
Oh, go ahead.
Not like of people, but like things.
Go ahead.
Well, one of my like really frustrating things that brands have been doing lately is the like ambassador, like content creation type, like almost like requests for people. Like on TikTok, they're like, hey, we need a bunch of content, like, you know, sign up for this or that or whatever. And it's like I saw one application. It was basically like submit all your best photos and like see if you're like eligible or whatever. And like, or like it's basically
Ew.
like a thing, like a ruse to like just get more
Get you
publicity
to-
or content
Yeah.
without paying people. And then of course like they're like, oh, we'll feature you on this or that, and then they
Fuck
get
your
all the
feature.
rights. They like
Yeah,
get all the
no.
rights to the content and everything else in addition to like the feature.
That's the same thing of like when brands ask for you to send like a bunch of concept ideas for your videos,
Mhm.
and then like they just steal the ideas that you have.
Oh, that's so bad.
I'm trying to I don't know if there's like, I guess it would be like the same things for me that annoy me about brands, of just like of not paying people and just like annoying things like that. I don't know if there's any creators I can't stand or dog influencers.
There is someone that I can't stand, but I won't say who it is.
Can you say why you can't stand them? I
just
can't stand
don't
when
like
people are
anything. They're just like I don't even know. I can't say anything without like giving it
do
away.
they
I feel like
talk for their dog?
I don't know. I don't like look at their content that closely. But I'll have to tell you guys offline.
Oh my god.
I don't want to start any drama or something. But the thing that I hate that brands, well, creators, honestly, I hate the accounts where they just steal your content.
Yeah.
Like they like a
Mhm.
meme account, like animals doing things and stuff. Like all of these accounts grew huge followings by just reposting other people's top tier content.
Do you want to know the most fucked up thing? I asked this girl if I could share this, and she said I could.
Yeah.
It's like a PSA, actually. It's like a very important PSA.
Okay, let's go.
The fucking brand, it wasn't even a brand, actually. It was one of those feature accounts. Beware.
Mhm.
This is so important. And like, my blood is boiling. They fucking took her video that she submitted and used it in an iRobot ad.
Yeah, that
on
is
their
so messed
account.
up.
So like, let me just make sure I explain this properly. Like, she submitted this video to be featured and tagged properly.
That was not an iRobot video for her.
No,
like,
the
she was not
iRobot was like
associated with
featured
iRobot.
in it. The
Mhm.
iRobot was featured in the video. It was a funny video. The feature account, the meme account, went around and pitched it probably to iRobot and landed a deal and posted it as an ad on their page.
What account was it?
I think it was Doggo. Wasn't it
Doggo's
Doggos doing things? The same one that just posted your stuff.
Doggo. Yeah, they posted my woo video.
The biggest thing to watch out for here is that you do actually sign away all of your rights when you submit your content. So legally, they did nothing wrong, but ethically and morally, it's so fucked up.
How do they submit
I
the
don't
content?
care if you.
What do you mean submit?
Like, there's a link on their page for you to submit content.
Oh.
And when you do, Barstool Sports things, you sign away all your rights and everything. Most of those things, and the reason they do it like is because they want to be legally protected in every single capacity. But the fact that this brand, like this doggo is doing things, like went around and did that, like ethically, morally, how do you do that? How do you take someone's creative concepts and work and sell it?
That's so crazy. Like, that's horrible.
I couldn't believe it.
And it's the same account when they were posted mine and I told them to take it down. They told me, they were like, I don't have Reels bonuses if that makes you feel any better. Like, I'm not making money from it. And I was like, no, it does not make me
No.
feel better.
They took
Take it
mine down
down.
right away, luckily.
That's good.
Oh my God.
But like
I
the
still
fact
am
that
in disbelief. So be
these-
careful when you sign away your rights.
just don't do it.
I think these people are just getting more and more creative.
Mm-hmm.
These
And
accounts are verified. They have millions of followers. They're making money, but they're not creating anything original. Like, I
they get brand
hate
deals
it.
now.
Right.
There's a lot of
yeah.
them that are like getting brand deals with like different insurance companies, different
Doggos
food brands.
doing things. They literally have a partnerships email address in their account, like
What the heck?
in their bio.
Are there
Yeah,
any
so that's what I
brands?
hate.
Are there any brands you guys want to call out that you don't like?
Toby and Ace.
It's so unfortunate because Rosie loves the bed.
I want to burn that bed.
You need to
Until
tell
I get
the
a new
story.
bed.
Likes it too.
You need to tell the story.
So Toby and Ace is run by a shit show of idiots, and I'm sorry if any of my followers bought their beds. They were fine originally. Like in the beginning of 2021, I worked with them, and a lot of friends of mine worked with them. Britt worked with them, and they paid, and it was fine. But then they started having
Supply chain
issues. They continued to sell beds even though they did not have any, and they continued to hire influencers for their holiday campaigns and all this stuff. So they hired me for their Black Friday campaign or whatever, and then the shit hit the fan and they weren't paying their influencers, and they continued to hire more influencers. And I'm in a group chat on Instagram of all the people who haven't been paid by them. And they literally, when they would reach out to them about their payment, they would just keep saying like, it'll be there by the end of the month. It'll be there by the end of the month. This continued for months. Like, I've just given up on being paid by them. But then they would like in the email be like, we're going to send you a brief about the next upcoming campaign. Like, what? Nobody wants to work with you again. Are you kidding me?
Wait, so where is it left off? How much money do they owe you?
So there is like
over
one thing.
$2,000.
Wow.
I don't even.
I
People
think they
have
had to
threatened them
file
with
for
legally.
bankruptcy.
Yeah, they were trying to get investors actually to help them because they did not even have enough money to like re-up their supply or anything. So, and people in this group chat that I was in, the only way to get their attention was to write bad reviews on their Facebook or their LinkedIn. And so people would just be like tearing them apart about not paying them on LinkedIn. And the CEO would be like, you're ruining our reputation and we're never going to get people to fund us. And I'm never going to be able to pay you if you keep trashing us on.
That's some gaslighting though.
Right?
Like, what?
It's just insane.
That is crazy. Is there anything like legally anybody can do or is going to do?
People have threatened with lawsuits, and I don't know how much money they owed those people. I feel like at this point they're not going to pay me $2,000. So
that sucks.
I mean, we have a contract. They don't have money. What?
It's
are we
so
gonna
crazy.
do?
Like, you kind of look at your contract sometimes and you're like, okay, like this is all like very extreme. Like this will never happen. And there over the
Mhm.
last like 3 or 4 months, there's been stuff that's happened where I'm just like, my contract is needs to be like ironclad now. And
Mhm.
there's like, I don't care if it looks extreme or like if I'm like asking for a lot of changes, like doesn't matter anymore. I'm making the changes because you just never know.
Same.
But like, what is in the contract about them not being able to pay you? Like, what?
there should be some language. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like there has to be like language now that like,
But you'd
you
have to
know,
go with the same route of suing them. No.
yeah. But even like that, for example, like that might like make me be like, okay, you need, depending on the brand, depending on like how long they've been around, like you pay 50% up front now, or like,
That's
you
what
know.
I'm gonna start doing or trying to do, is at least 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, even having managers, they don't have people pay up front.
And they like what the answer is just always like, that's just not typical. Like,
There's some,
Yeah, it's
I've
not
started
typical.
asking people, because it's
I don't see
possible
why
for
it
some people.
matters. Like,
Yeah.
why? I don't see why they care. Even once you turn it in, the content before you even post it, like that would even be better.
I know. I think that's actually so much more fair. Like, at least
For
to invoice
sure.
at that point, like invoice, because then it's still
Yeah,
30 days from the time that you finish
exactly.
it.
Like, just let me send the invoice when I turn it in,
Yeah.
for sure.
Another thing, like, I think it's just, I like am very curious what you guys think about this. I think there's such a fine line. Like, I think it's good that we can all use our platforms, and there's like different platforms that call brands out. But like, I feel like you have to do it in a very like particular way for it to be effective, because I often think about like, if a brand's like watching me to see if they like want to work with me, and I'm
Mhm.
like trashing a brand on my page, like, are they really going to want to work with me in the future?
Yeah, I was gonna say that you also have to be like equally professional with, like, you have to be good to work with also.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
be professional and everything.
I just think
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
a very big balance. Like, people are like so quick to bash a brand, and like, granted, some brands like they have it coming, but other people like, they just don't know the full story, but like they're seeing this trend of like trashing brands, so they're jumping on board. And I'm like, but like, wait, you don't, like, there's some things where I know a bigger picture of the story, and I know like there's like one very common brand, and like they have such a multi-pillared approach where like they pay people a lot of money, but like part of their strategy is to also not pay people and like do ambassador work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's one of those things where like, okay, you could keep building your relationship with them and get that other money.
And I'm someone like, I see why, like, starting my own small business, I understand now why ambassador programs are a thing. Like, I don't fully shit on ambassador programs in general. Like, I think smaller companies have to do that. Like, they have to be able to send people product and get things in return, or do ambassador programs like that, because they
Totally.
don't have thousands of dollars to spend on people. But I think
Yeah.
that's just the difference of it being a small business, or when you look at companies that literally make millions and millions, like hundreds of millions of dollars per year, and then aren't paying.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pee again. We're gonna make merch that says I gotta pee.
That's so funny.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that will be the last pee, I promise.
Okay, was that my question? Yeah, we just answered mine.
Oh, so it's my turn.
Yee.
I want to hear your first kiss stories. Britt, you go first. Paint us the picture.
I'm not going to go into too much detail. It was
Oh my
basically,
god. Give us the tea.
it was with my first high school boyfriend, and we were like at a park. It was like this like event that's in Ann Arbor every summer, and it was just at the park. And I was
Cute.
like,
Always goes down at
terrified.
the park.
I was terrified. I was like, how do you do this?
Was it just a peck?
Yeah.
Def.
Mine is so awkward.
So is mine. It's okay.
Ugh. I don't know. Maybe I think of a different one.
A different one.
You only
There's
have
only
one.
one first kiss, unless you want to go first makeout.
Well, I could do just my first peck.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Okay. Well, I honestly don't know. I think I made out with the first boy that I kissed.
I did not. I was too scared.
My first boyfriend was in 6th grade and he had a birthday party with boys and girls, and we were
Ooh.
playing spin the bottle hug, and his mom was like orchestrating it.
His mom was orchestrating it?
Yeah. But
First of
then
all, spin the
after,
bottle hug. You said that like it's like
yeah,
a commonly known thing.
spin the bottle with hugs. But then after we went outside, I just remember like I wanted to kiss him because he was my first boyfriend, and he like didn't want to kiss me. So I just kissed him on the cheek, I think, and it was really awkward.
How did he say that he didn't want to kiss you? He was just
I
like,
don't
I'm not kissing
remember. I
you.
just remember that. Oh, I wish I
I'm sorry.
remembered.
I cannot get over his mom orchestrating spin the bottle, hug
I
each other.
know.
I'm
I
picturing
know. It
like
was
you all in
weird.
a circle and
Yep.
like just this 30-something-year-old woman is just like,
Yeah, in the
how
living room.
weird.
I know. It's
That's
an
very
awkward
weird.
story. Makes me feel awkward to think about.
That's very weird. Mine was he was never my boyfriend, but he was like my first like real crush. Like I really liked him. And my mom didn't let me have like boys over alone. So one of my other friends came over. So it was like the three of us at my mom's house. And we played this game where you like go into the closet and tell each other a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I knew once that was happening, I was like, all right, we about to kiss in my closet. So we went in my closet and it was very dark and he like leaned in to kiss me and kissed my nose. And I just remember feeling so uncomfortable and like scared and
Oh my
not.
God.
And then I think he kissed my lips. I don't even really recall. And then we just quickly left the closet. And then I didn't kiss anyone for a while because I was like, I was so scared to like make out with anybody or like the difference between just like a peck. Like I was like, how do you even do this?
Mm-hmm. I know.
Scary times.
Do you guys watch Pen 15?
No.
No.
I'm like always bringing up TV shows.
Also, I really
It's
thought
so
you just
good.
call it penis. Like I didn't know it was called Pen 15.
I mean, that's the joke of it. It looks
Got
like
it.
it says penis, but
Is it on
it's Pen
Netflix?
15. Hulu.
Oh.
It's so good, but there's a scene where one of them has her first kiss and it was really gross and awkward, and she just like I think she cried after because she just felt so it's just like the most realistic, relatable show.
Yeah. That's how I felt about the what was it? The summer I
Turned
turned
Pretty?
pretty.
Yeah.
I felt like I like had like visceral like emotions with that because you just like
Really?
feel all of those different things that like happen at however old she is in the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
It's like you just like know
is
like
like
the
such a time.
yeah.
Totally.
Just like the awkward like the unknown, like the like, oh my God, is right? Am I wrong? Like, how should I do this? How should I not do this?
And it's like nobody like you don't get taught or like nobody really talks about it. Like the girls of my friends who had their first kisses before me, it's not like we were discussing like how do you do it or I don't know. It's very scary.
It is.
Right. I don't like my boyfriend's dog. He's
Get
aggressive.
closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
This is like I need like this strap to my head. I don't like my boyfriend's dog. He's aggressive and bullies my dog. I really like my boyfriend, but I don't know how to handle this situation. Yeah,
It's so hard.
I
Very
actually
hard.
had a semi-similar situation with my first roommate. We both had our own cats, and the cats hated each other, and it was so awkward, and it caused a lot of like I felt like I was angry with her because her cat, like, they would fight and scratch each other like blood.
Oh my God.
Like, it was really bad. So we had to alternate kind of having our cats at the apartment and like having them at our parents' house because they could not exist in our apartment together. And I hated not having my cats because they were like my comfort. So
Yeah.
So
That's
we
hard.
we only lived together for a year. Well, actually, Then she moved into this house that I own now, and she couldn't bring her cat. She had to leave it at her mom's house. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It
I
would have to be like short term. Like if you're in a relationship and like his dog is young, what are you supposed to do?
I feel like I would get a trainer.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
immediately and be like, okay. But like I also recognize that maybe like, you know, I don't I feel like I'm so like immersed in like some of the dog Instagram training stuff where it's like this is just kind of like the normal progression of like what you have to do if you have like a aggressive dog or you have like a dog with, you know, some behavioral things. But like you'd have to get on the same page with your boyfriend to like make sure you guys are both like
Yeah,
ready
exactly.
ready to invest in training.
And that would be the awkward thing. Like,
Yeah.
I would be afraid. I mean, if you're close, that's easier, but I would just be afraid to like even bring that up. Like,
Yeah. But then like
I
I feel
wouldn't.
like the other thing too is that like I know for me, my expectation or like what I used to think was normal for like a dog relationship was like, oh, all dogs are supposed to be like obsessed with each other and like be happy and everything else. Like we don't have to like do things, but like you'd both have to be like committed and comfortable with like having like separate crate time, separate like place time, and like, you know,
Yeah.
putting up like gates around the house so that like you have these different like controls and your like dogs are not going to like sing kumbaya together. Like
Yeah.
that's
And
just
if you
not
work
going to
with
be
a
like,
trainer, you'll like learn more dog body language and things like that and like what to look out for if they're like about to start fighting or things.
yeah.
But if your boyfriend doesn't want to do training or anything and it's just like his dog's just going to be that way, then I think you got to choose if you want to be with him or not because
yeah, it depends like how far along in the relationship and like
yeah.
if he's the one. Are
You
you guys
also really
moving
said
in
I really like
together?
my BF, not love. So
Yeah.
you don't love him yet. Time to leave.
That's a tough one though.
We maybe should have started with this with we're not qualified to give any advice.
Yeah. I feel like go to see a trainer is it good?
Yeah. Training is
Yeah.
always the answer. Like when anybody has any questions about their dog, I'm like, go to a trainer. Like literally professional training
Oh, I
changes
know.
everything.
I think the hardest part would just be bringing it up with your boyfriend because also like if somebody said that about my dog, I would kind of feel attacked, you know, like I would get defensive over her.
Same.
So when it's his dog that's like the one being aggressive, that's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like this question. Can you pitch content creation to brands with an iPhone or do you need a camera?
You do not need a camera.
I use my cameras less and less these days. And the great thing about Reels and TikTok is both of the apps want it to look native to their app, which means filming on your phone. Like brands almost prefer, especially on TikTok, that you want to make it look like a TikTok, not like a professionally shot ad, you know?
Yeah.
This brand that I'm working with right now that I just shot for, they really wanted like more in the moment, lifestyle-y type photos, not professional camera type things. And I think that makes sense why. I was also, when I first read this question, I was thinking like it kind of depends on where you're coming from. Cause I feel like Devin, you use a camera more because of like YouTube, probably because you were doing so much YouTube that it's like kind of more natural for you to like pick up your nice camera.
And you're like a OG Instagrammer where like the professional quality like photos. I also think the other thing with this question, especially like a lot of clients like in Brand Deal Boss, I have such a mix of people that are like professional, like camera quality people. And then I have a lot of people that are like iPhone people. And I feel like just like if your desire and like you're excited about creating content with a camera and learning that, like go for it. There's going to be a space for it. But like there's also so much room for and like need for organic looking like iPhone videos and photography. So like go with what you feel comfortable with and don't feel like you have to like lean one way or another.
Yeah, I feel like too many people use that as an excuse not to start. And like my biggest piece of advice is just to start, just do it. Post it
Yeah.
to 0 people, create the content, get the practice.
Yeah.
Just
literally,
do it.
even if your account is private and like you're so like if you're so worried about like posting things publicly at first, but you just want the practice, like make your account private and be posting every day as if you're famous. Like, and then one day you'll feel comfortable making it public, maybe.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah,
with
I
the
feel
more
like
practice, the more comfortable you get.
too often we think that we'll start doing something once we get a certain amount of followers or something, because it feels less embarrassing when you know that your followers are going to be there. Like I'm afraid to go live on TikTok because I'm afraid that nobody's going to watch except for like 5 people, and that's going to be so embarrassing. But like, I don't know, I just feel like we need to just do it.
And like you literally have like 1 million followers on TikTok. Like that's
I think
like
the
it.
other thing too, like as far as success rate and like to make yourself feel more excited about this is like look at like what their ads are. Like look at their feed, like look at the brand's feed. If it's like professional quality content, like maybe just don't pitch them. Like
True.
Yeah.
But if they and look at the difference between the video and like the photo, like still photos and everything. But
yeah,
like
and the difference
match
between the
like for like
platforms.
if they're on TikTok and they're busting out TikToks all day, then like iPhone is perfect. But like if there's some like adventure type products that love, you know, super high quality content. Like those are the people you can pitch for a camera.
Or some people do more like casual things on TikTok and then the photos more on Instagram. So you could pitch just one social media or whatever.
Yeah.
Should we just each do one more maybe?
Yeah.
Sure.
How do you deal with a roommate that is a slob? Mine tries to clean up after herself, but her room and her bathroom are a mess. She has some mental health issues, so I feel bad bringing it up. I say if she's keeping common areas clean and it's just her room, like let her room be gross. You don't have to go in there.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah. If the bathroom is shared, I think that's also really tough.
If the bathroom's
Or
shared,
just
you
like,
gotta say some for sure.
what if it's used by, you know, guests and stuff too?
Yeah, same thing.
I feel like you could always bring it up like in a way that like ask more about like if she ever like mentions things about like being stressed out or like overwhelmed or like even just mentions like, oh, this is such a mess, but like just doesn't like have the ability to take care of it. Like maybe there's like an easy thing that you could like suggest. She like even if it's like on Sundays she picks up all the clothes off the floor.
Yeah. I think maybe what's needed because of the mental health aspect is like to learn what motivates her, or you know, like, because some people don't take criticism well. If you're telling them like you need to clean this, you need to find the way to like motivate them to do it, whether that be asking how they are motivated, or I don't know, it's tough.
It also depends on if you're like close friends with your roommate or they're like a random. Because like with my best friends that also have mental health issues like me, like when we could go through depressive episodes like at different times or whatever, and I feel comfortable with my friends that I've lived with or not, like to be able to say like I'm really depressed this week or whatever, I'm probably not going to get around to cleaning. And if you're really good friends, like I would help my best friend clean her room if she's in that stage, you know, like sometimes you might just need to help out.
That is a
period,
good thing.
and then they'll help you out when you need it. But if
Yeah.
this is just a random like Craigslist roommate, then I would be like, yo, I'm gonna have to kick you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I like that, Maggie, because you could also like make it a fun thing. Like, let's put on a podcast, let's put on like a TV show or like music and just
Yeah.
like bust it out together.
I do like that. Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're really depressed and it's like
Yeah.
so overwhelming, like you physically can't and you need help.
Yeah.
I get that.
I've definitely asked like Joe for help like that before, like with laundry.
Yeah.
Because laundry like overwhelms me. And I'm like, I just like need like just like having that little like boost like motivates me to like do other things.
Yeah,
Because
I
he's
love
like
that
taking
actually.
care of something that is hard for me.
For sure.
On that note, and also kind of touching on like, you know, taking time off, how do you practice self-care? This is a big one
man.
for me. And it's something
Okay,
I feel like
what do
is
you
a
do?
constant work in progress.
Yeah.
It was, I actually think it's kind of sad because I was like thinking, I was like, okay, if I'm not on my phone or like watching TV, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I like wrote down, so I had to like take a minute and like I wrote down all the things that like make me happy and like that I enjoy doing. And I was actually able to come up with like a super long list of all the things that I enjoy.
Well, that's good.
But like it did take me a minute because I was like, at first I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what does this mean? And so just like being able to carve out specific time to like give myself one of those things, whether it's like reading like for 30 minutes or 15 minutes, like doing a pedicure, like doing like a foot mask or like a face mask, or like even just going on a walk sometimes for me is like, you know, putting on a podcast and going on a walk is like self-care.
Sure. Do you schedule that time out every day? Like, is that a certain time or you just like try to fit it in?
So that's like kind of my next, like my plan is to like try and like really work in more of that self-care time into my like daily and weekly schedule, because it makes me like really annoyed. Like this is like such a simple thing. Like if I don't do my full skincare routine at night and I'm like scrolling on my phone, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? Like that for me is like time to like take care of myself and like show myself love. Like not like I need to do it for any particular reason, but like it's just time I'm taking for me. And like me being on my phone is like this mindless, like addictive thing that is not really practicing self-care for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same way with like making sure you're doing the little things, but it's hard sometimes when I think the best way for me to get out of my head and like self-care, enjoy my time is to spend time with my family or friends. And then what do you do when you're like feeling down and you don't like nobody has time to hang out with you in the moment? Like, I guess that's reading a book or going on a walk or doing your nails.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm a little too good at self-care is my issue.
What do you mean? What is
like I'm very like I wake up and I'm like, no, I'm having a bad day. I guess I'm gonna watch TV all day. Or like, oh, I don't know. Like I'm just very easy to give in to like, oh, I'm done for the day. I guess I'm gonna just do this, or I'm just gonna read my book, or I'm gonna take the time to do my face masks or go get my nails done or whatever.
I feel guilty doing that.
For me, it like ends up making me it makes me feel guilty because I'm not actually caring for myself in those moments. Like what I'm really doing is like putting my actual needs aside to kind of like numb myself almost with like these other coping mechanisms that are fun for me and they're good. Like going to take a walk sometimes in the middle of the day, like I do that almost every day, or go to the park. Like that is self-care for me. That helps like take me out of the moment. But like my biggest self-care, I guess, is trying to distinguish those moments of when is it better to take care of myself by getting this work done or doing this certain thing, or do I actually like need a mental health day or time? And that's hard for me to like distinguish.
That's like a very like what you said about almost like like avoiding or like numbing yourself. That's
Mhm.
something that like I have had to start like catching myself in when I'm like avoiding something. I'm like, okay, I need to like address it, either like talking it out with somebody or journaling on it. And like
Mhm.
that's been a huge help for me to like get the anxious energy or just like whatever I'm trying to avoid like out on paper so that it's like not festering in my brain to
Yeah,
like
I feel the same whenever I journal. I'm not good at
it's
doing it often enough.
such a
Yeah, me
hard
neither.
practice though to like catch yourself in that. Like you were saying, you're like, I'm trying to like numb myself by like taking care
Mhm.
of myself, but
Mm.
it's like
Our friend Caroline, Dog Mom Mentality, she just made a post the other day, or I think it was just on her stories, but she was saying that she just recorded a voice notes like while she was walking the dog of like what you would journal basically. And I was like, oh, that's such a great
I
idea of
love
something
that.
I could do because like that's what I do normally is like I send you guys or other friends just voice memos of myself venting. But like if I just vented to myself, it would probably give me the same satisfaction.
Yeah. I think there's something about writing though that slows down your thoughts.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, I mean, voice memos is a great idea. And then you, if it's good, save it and use it as a voiceover for content.
That's so true. Just
Everything
gonna
is
be ones of me
content.
like crying.
I also hate though how we all make each other feel guilty for certain things. Like I I hate that I feel guilty for just watching TikTok for 3 hours when I'm tired. Like why
Yeah.
can't that just be a fun thing that I did today? Why do I have to feel like a piece of shit for doing it, you know?
I
Yeah.
think that goes back to the productivity part of like working for yourself. Like it
Mhm.
all is intertwined. Because like if I have a job and I know like, oh, I did my job today. I did a good job. Now I am home and I am on my own time. It's like so much easier for some reason to be able to watch 3 hours of TikTok and be like, I did a great job
Totally.
today. I was be above satisfaction and tomorrow I'll do it again.
Yep. Yeah, and all these like self-help books are literally all the ones written by men anyways are saying like if you want to grow and be rich, you need to be eating healthy, working out, and never watching TV or spending time on your phone. You should always just be
And
consuming
waking up at 4
self-help
a.m.
books. Yeah, wake up at 4 a.m., listen to a self-help book at the gym. And if you're watching TV, then you're gonna die a miserable slob. Like,
That is true. I need
and I'm just
TV.
like, why
TV
there
is
needs
one of
a
my greatest joys of
balance.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if I enjoy watching TV, then I should be able to do that and
Mhm.
not
Right.
feel shame about it.
Mhm. I think that might also be differences between boys and girls. Also, they're just probably like having a big ego when they're writing those books, but like
Totally.
there is probably a difference of girls' interests because that just goes back to like when boys say that like girls don't have hobbies or are passionate
Mm-hmm.
about things, and then it's like no, we are working or are passionate. It's just not about the same things that you are.
Okay, what influencers or celebrities inspire you, or are there any?
I was just gonna say like my friends, like you guys and other people,
Aw.
because I think it's more motivating, like or inspiring when you know like the details of people. Like I don't know. I don't think I really nobody's really coming to mind.
Yeah, I was actually just watching Mary, what's her last
Skinner.
Skinner?
Yeah.
Her
I
Oh,
like her
I
a
do
lot.
YouTube.
love Mary.
She inspires me. So does like JC Marie Smith and but I was watching Mary's YouTube and she was walking through a really nice neighborhood or something. And she was like, I love looking at these really nice houses because it doesn't make me feel bad, but it inspires me to like be
Yeah.
that one day. I love seeing it. And that's exactly how I am with people
Yeah.
most of the time. Sometimes I get jealous, but usually like I have so many influencers that inspire me because I want to be them. I love using that as a way to manifest because I don't know, just like watching them I like slowly morph into them almost. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I like there's those similar accounts that you were just talking about definitely inspire me a lot. And like even people that I don't necessarily I'm not like them, but like Ken Urich, like I just
yeah, I love
love how
her.
she's so like much herself and so like I don't want to use the word authentic, but I just like how she shows up as herself so much.
Mhm.
And like Claire Sullivan, like her maiden name is McLaughlin, I think. But she just like has such a particular like aesthetic and like way of doing things on TikTok. And I just like love how much her personality shines through. I really love Tinks, like just in her like
love.
like I don't know. And I love the community that she builds, like that sort of thing. And there's like lots of different people that I just like I just love seeing what they're doing and like seeing such like different things that they're doing too. Like for the potential of like what could be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
know?
like oh God.
Jinx. Do you know Kylie Kiach or Kiach something?
Oh yes. She
I
just had a
love
baby.
her. Yes, she has a
Yeah,
baby.
I love her
Cutest
too.
baby in the world,
Oh
probably.
my
But
God, seriously.
if my baby doesn't have big eyes like that, I'm so scared I'll have an ugly baby. But anyways,
I love how she's able to combine like photography and creativity into also just like natural moments in
that's
her
what I
life.
was gonna say. Like she is so creative. She's amazing at photography and like has the most creative shoots and stuff. But then she also
Mhm.
like transformed that to video content once video became more popular. Like she shows the behind the scenes of photo shoots with like end results.
Yes. I want to
And
be
she
Does
her.
she
also shows her family and stuff.
I feel like I just followed her recently. Does she just have her baby like pretty
It's
recently?
probably like a few months old or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Her
It's like a
husband
new.
has long hair and a beard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall her husband. I need to like find this person after because I like that.
Also, do you guys like Kirsten Titus?
I
think
don't
I know
know her.
Are you serious? Her and her older brother and younger sister are also her handle is pepperoni muffin.
Oh, I love
Okay.
her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't know
love
her name.
her whole family. Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's great. Another one that's just so
She's
authentic and
hilarious.
posts like just
And
daily
so
consistently.
smart. Because like I feel like she might come off as dumb to people maybe just because she's like silly, but she's so strategic and smart and great at storytelling, and she's just on top of every single she's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, like juggling it all.
Oh, also Jordan Lufus, or I think it's Lufus. I found her on TikTok when she had like 10K and she
Mhm.
grew to like I think she's at over 200K now on TikTok, but like
Wow.
literally within like a week where it just
Oh
popped off.
shit.
And now we're like friends kind of, but or like internet friends. But it was just crazy how fast she grew and I just love her videos. They like she talks about body image and things like that, but also just like her daily vlogs on TikTok are so good. Like I love fast editing and like
Ooh, I
just
need
those
more
like
inspo.
aesthetic daily vlogs. I love those.
Do you guys
I don't
follow
understand how
Bria?
people edit those.
Yes, I like Bria.
I like followed her when she only had like 200,000 followers, and I just knew
She
that she
grew
was gonna
so
pop
fast.
off. Yeah. Just because she's so sweet and cute and just everybody loves her.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Those were good questions. And we still got a lot more questions that we didn't answer.
Yeah. I feel like every
hopefully-
episode there's gonna be lots of like nice little tangents.
Oh my God, I
we go
know.
into.
Some of the questions I would be like, okay, we gotta move on, guys. This is taking too long.
I know.
So hopefully our listeners don't get bored by it.
No, they'll be riding the tangents with us. But yeah, like
I
we
know.
said before, you guys can send us any more of your questions anytime. You can DM us at So Glad We're Friends or send us an email at sogladwerefriends@gmail.com. Rate and review our podcast on whatever platform you are listening on. We have
Yeah.
new episodes every Tuesday.
Ratings, I feel like, are so easy to do and helps us so much. So,
Yeah, doing this made me go rate all of my favorite podcasts.
oh my God, yes.
Same.
Because I was like, oh, I feel so bad. Like I literally listened consistently for years and years and I've never rated this podcast.
Actually, if you guys leave us a review, I will shout you out on my Instagram account and thank
We
you
actually have to do
personally.
it because we did say that before and then I
We
don't
did?
think we did. But
Did
the
we get any
are
reviews?
we have 2 reviews, but they're not like it doesn't say the person's
no
actual
handle.
name.
Yeah,
I don't
drop
know
your
how we
handle
figure out who it was.
or just
Yeah, leave your
screenshot it
handle.
and email it
Or
to us.
Yeah,
Or-
or send us a DM or whatever.
Don't DM it to the So Glad We're Friends account because I miss
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
millions of messages. But yeah,
Yeah, she's so popular, guys.
so hard
Give it
being
to
me.
the We're Friends account where we have less than 200 followers.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for listening. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks for listening to So Glad We're Friends.
Bye.
Bye.
I love
Hangs up.
replies. But